I want to talk to you about how to sell on Temu as a US based merchant account. Okay. And basically, Temu actually started a couple of years ago as Pinduoduo actually on the Chinese market. But recently, especially 20 since 2022, they see an opportunity to actually expand and actually sell overseas also. So here are the trends I want you to really pay attention to. Temu actually is expanding rapidly, offering a wide array of products at discounted prices. Now, sellers based in the US can actually list products on the app directly. So, if you actually scroll online lately and come across an ad for Temu, then you are likely basically seeing the wide assortment of product offers. And when you think about Temu, I want you to think primarily as an e-commerce marketplace. Okay, so this that's the e-commerce marketplace recently expanded its categories even further by rolling out a way for US-based sellers to list their products directly on the Temu platform. And so US-based sellers onto the platform actually is pretty good because they are going to expand their own capabilities, their own revenue base. So sellers are managing their own order fulfillment or using a system kind of similar to Amazon FBA. Okay, so if you are looking to expand your reach beyond familiar online shopping destinations such as Facebook or Amazon. If you have Facebook or Facebook Marketplace or Amazon or even Etsy, Temu is a rapidly growing alternative. Temu has its own distinct style, so distinct, in fact, that Amazon is launching its own rival. Okay, and so the process for becoming a US-based Temu merchant is new, and aspects of application approval remain sort of mysterious. So to access Temu's ever-expanding marketplace, you need to contact the company and follow the steps that they are going to share with you. But to this conversation, I'll just talk to you a little bit about the process in terms of general requirements, and then depending upon the niche, depending upon the products that you want to sell on the platform, there could be other requirements. But long story short, when you think about Temu, I want you to think about an e-commerce marketplace known for its deeply discounted products, gamified app, and ubiquitous digital advertising. So this is really what the platform is known for. So I want to talk to you about selling on Temu. So basically, in early 2024, Temu actually announced that it would allow US sellers to list their products on the Temu app and actually use direct fulfillment or a model similar to FBA. So this is kind of cool, okay? So the first thing you want to do when it comes to selling on Temu is to actually request a Temu seller account. This is not like Amazon or eBay or Etsy, or you can just go and actually start selling right away. With Temu, you have to request it. You have to request the seller account. So there are two ways to apply for a seller account and set up an online store on Temu. The first is to apply via Temu's sister company, Pinduoduo. So Pinduoduo actually is the Chinese version of Temu, okay? And so this is actually the first option. So the second option is to actually contact directly Temu. So in the first case, you need to download the Pinduoduo seller app or go to the Pinduoduo website to register for a cross-border merchant account. So it has to be a cross-border merchant account. And once Pinduoduo approves you, you'll be able to use your credentials to also set up a Temu account. So to apply directly with Temu, you will use the Temu Seller Center, but you'll need an invite first. Email seller@temu.com to request a Temu store seller code. Next, you want to submit the required documents. So if you want to become a Temu seller, once you've begun the application process, Temu or Pinduoduo will request documentation to verify your business is legit. So just be prepared to submit your business license, tax identification information, your EIN, a personal ID, and identification for your legal representation. Okay, and according to Pinduoduo, the approval process can take a few days, like 7 days, 3 to 7 days. Next, you want to create actually a Temu seller account and profile. So when Temu or Pinduoduo approves your application, you'll be able to set up your seller account within the Temu app. Either you want to enter your online store name and add a profile photo. Shoppers will be able to view and follow your profile once it's actually live. Next thing you want to do here is to add product listings. So if you want to be a successful Temu seller, you have to really add your product listings. Now, with your account up and running, tap the Add Product button, input your product descriptions and pricing, and upload product photos. So when you are done, submit your product listings for approval. So because the whole thing is that Temu is not going to allow you to, let's say, automatically to list right away. So Temu will have to review your products before making the listings accessible to the public. I mean, this is kind of cool because I mean, this is actually customary when it comes to a marketplace seller requirements anyway. So Temu's not doing anything different here. So the next thing you want to do here is to set up fulfillment. So if your e-commerce brand is up and running, then you already have a system for order fulfillment in place, right? You have a way for customers to get their products real fast. So you want to take the necessary steps to ensure the system can handle incoming orders from Temu alongside whatever other online retail platforms you use. This is actually pretty important, especially if you are using let's say a 3PL sort of provider. And so when I speak about actually making sure that you are making adjustments, this might mean making adjustments to your inventory management or briefing your employees on new shipping procedures. And so if you have questions while fulfilling orders, reach out to Temu. Although the US program is still relatively new, the company's merchant support is reportedly really fast, okay? And this is really important, especially when it comes to functionality. The final thing you want to do is to actually like try to sell internationally in minutes with managed markets. So the thing is that you are able to get things done faster, but basically managed markets helps you sell in many countries. So you have the possibility to actually sell not only on Temu, but also seamlessly sell internationally, and all from a single platform. Okay, and but you have to really see how to streamline all those all those setups to make sure that your Temu seller account is actually integrated with maybe your Shopify store, your BigCommerce store, your WooCommerce store, your Magento store, or have you. So this is how you're going to actually separate yourself from the competition and also increase your revenue based this year anyway. So this is really fantastic. Let me give you a few pro tips here. So if you want to sell on Temu as a US based merchant, basically you have to really understand that best practices for selling on Temu are kind of similar to those for selling on any online marketplace, including Facebook Marketplace, including eBay, including Amazon, including Etsy, or what have you. So by giving Temu's reputation for quantity over quality, you'll need to go the extra mile to make your product stand out in a very crowded field. So the first thing you want to do is to optimize your product names and descriptions. So you want to scroll through the consumer-facing version of the Temu app to evaluate current trends, search for products similar to yours, and check the names and descriptions competitors are using. How are they positioning their products? Consider using keyword research tools to help you optimize your product names and descriptions. That way, you are using benchmarking to actually win this very competitive game. So ensure you have carefully articulated your value proposition in terms of expectations. Like you got to use terms your target audience will understand and respond to. So optimize your product names and descriptions. Next, you want to choose a practical product photos. When selecting product photos for Temu, choose high quality images that are clear, simple, and colorful. Okay, be very sharp. The pictures should showcase the product from multiple angles and provide a sense of scale. So if you don't have product photos available, or if you sell products in a wide array of styles and colors, too many to conveniently photograph, 3D product rendering is an easy alternative to logistics intensive photo shoots. That said, some consumers may want to see the actual product before buying it. So if you can include at least a couple of honest photos of your product, it will increase your listing's appeal. Consider also using images that include your product's dimensions. So you want to place an image of your product on a white background and then add the height, width, and depth of your product alongside with the vertical and horizontal lines. For example, this I'm showing you this to you on the screen here. This product listing from the Temu app that includes the dimensions of an office chair along with its weight, and this is really an easy to read graphic, especially when you are actually are if you are articulating the pricing model real fast. If you want to sell on Temu as a US based merchant, I want you to think about competitive prices. You want to set competitive prices. Why? Because Temu actually is known for its pretty low prices. I mean, app users are going on the app because they're expecting pretty low prices. Okay, so under its fully managed model, Temu was losing millions of dollars every year in its strategy to win market share. But under the new semi-managed model, it's up to sellers to set competitive prices. That said, consumers still expect. Okay, this is really important to remember. Consumers still expect products on the Temu app to be unusually affordable, so you have to balance profitability with consumer expectations. It's one of those things where you have to really set yourself up from a scalability point of view and be successful. So you want to select a pricing strategy and monitor your sales to assess the effectiveness of such strategy. Next, you want to use strikeout prices. So many products on Temu are available for what appears to be a deeply discounted price. For example, you might see a toaster priced at $15, but below that price, there is a much higher price, say $50, that appears crossed out, right? That's called a strikeout price. That way, you are giving basically users the impression, if you will, that you are giving them a huge discount. Okay, so basically, by setting a price that's well below a strikeout price, you indicate to consumers that they are getting a good deal. So you make it a limited time only sale, and that's one incentive. That's one more incentive to purchase your product. So the sense of urgency, the sense of FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. You want customers to act fast, to act right now. I mean, preferably not tomorrow, not 2 days from now, not 5 years from now, to act today so that you can really close the sale. So that will increase also your conversion rate. If you want to sell on Temu as a US based merchant, you want to provide product guides or manuals. And this is one of those things where you are trying to cultivate a relationship with the users. You are trying to establish an extra layer of trust, of reliability, of confidence here. Okay, so Temu product listings can include instructions for assembling, washing, or using your products. Again, this is important because you are put yourself in your users' shoes. They need guidance. Okay, so if you sell clothing, furniture, toys, electronics, or anything where the user might benefit from, let's say, additional information, consider uploading a PDF user guide that goes above and beyond the product description. Temu will display this user guide on the product page directly below your store name. Okay, so that's pretty good because, again, this will increase your conversion rate, your CRO, your conversion rate optimization, and this will help you actually generate revenue big time in the long run. Next, you want to respond quickly to reviews. The thing about Temu is that Temu is known for users being honest. If people are pissed, they'll let you know. People are happy, they'll let you know. So that this level of honesty, this level of let's say of clarity of mind, this is pretty good because don't take negative feedback personally. Don't take negative feedback the bad way. You want to look at what the user is saying and how you can improve on things. But most importantly, speed of response is really important. Okay, speedy responses are important to keep your customer satisfaction levels at their max. Pay attention to customer feedback and respond quickly to reviews mentioning product defects. Okay, don't again. I want to insist on that. Don't take it personal. Okay, It's about looking at the complaint, the customer's complaint, and actually responding to the complaint and only the complaint. And by providing excellent customer service, you can maintain high ratings, build social proof, and attract even more customers. Because like customers who are on the fence, they will be looking at how you respond to a negative feedback, right? People will be reading the comments and see how you are actually how responsive you are when it comes to feedback. So when it comes to selling on Temu as a US-based merchant, here are the extras I want you to pay attention to here. So the big question is, let's talk about kaching, kaching, kaching. Is actually selling on Temu profitable this year? Yes, it is. Selling on Temu can be profitable if you know what you are doing. You got to really have a clear idea about the business model that Temu has originally and the business idea that you got to really implement to actually, make some cash on the platform. So Temu is known for its loss-making global expansion strategy under the operation of PDD Holdings, Temu's parent company. So this actually resulted in reports of its Chinese suppliers accepting losses. That said, sellers who use Temu's semi-managed model that I just told you a little earlier about, they actually retain more control over their pricing and profit margins, okay? So to become a Temu seller, just follow the steps that I gave you a little earlier, but make sure if things don't work out, like if for any reason you're not approved real fast, you just want to contact the company directly. Just contact the company directly. So the email is a seller at temu.com. Not sellers, not plural, singular. So seller at temu.com. And basically, they will get back to you, or you can even register for an account with the company's sister operation, Pinduoduo. Okay, but long story short, Temu is actually legit. Don't actually. Some people have been saying, well, Temu is not legit, blah 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 blah. No, Temu is legit. This is not a scam. Okay, this is a legitimate e-commerce marketplace under the ownership of the publicly traded Chinese company PDD Holdings. So you have a publicly traded company that actually is operating Temu. So now that said, you want to watch out for fake Temu customer service emails and other scams. You always want to verify that Temu emails come from a legitimate Temu.com domain, or use the in-app customer service channel to avoid impersonators. And so, how do you get paid on Temu? If you are a US-based merchant, basically the most direct way to get paid on Temu is to become a seller on the platform, and you want to list your products on the marketplace. You can request withdrawals from your available balance to your linked bank account. You can also earn money on Temu through its affiliate program, earning commissions by referring people to the Temu app and purchase products. In conclusion to this conversation, I spoke to you about how to sell on Temu as a US-based merchant. I give you the trains, the process when it comes to selling on Temu. I give you a few pro tips and now the extras. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.